Today, we've made it to our first ever Formula One race, the Austrian Grand Prix. We bought the cheapest ticket we could find.
People are literally sat behind a bush.
A standing-only ticket at the furthest part of the track.
You're gonna be sweaty at the end of this.
Will we be able to see anything in the midst of hundreds of thousands of fans?
I don't think I'm going to be able to see anything.
Or will this be a total waste of time and money? Let's find out if the cheapest way in is still worth it.
We have made it to the Red Bull Ring here in Austria.
This is so exciting. This is something we've been talking about for the longest time.
Yeah.
You've been into Formula One for a long time. I started watching Formula One when Drive to Survive happened. Love the show, and to be honest, it's just like such an exciting sport.
Yeah. Now we've got the cheapest ticket here today,
and we could find.
Already there must be over 100,000 people here. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm not sure what we're gonna see. I don't even know where we're allowed to go on this cheap ticket.
I don't think we're allowed to go to a lot of places. We're allowed to stand in the sunshine. It's going to be 29 degrees Celsius all day today.
Both got hats today.
I haven't put it on yet.
It's gonna be needed.
I'm ready to rumble. Got my glasses so I can see if there's not a tall person stood right in front of me.
So at the end of the video, I'll give you a full breakdown of how much it's cost us to get to Austria and for the tickets here as well, because we tried to do this trip the cheapest way possible.
All right, let's give you a quick rundown of how we got here today as cheaply as we could. Yesterday, we took a Wizz Air flight from London Gatwick to Vienna, then got a train into the absolutely stunning city center, where we obviously had to sample some classics. We stayed in Vienna close to the train station overnight in an Airbnb, woke up at 4:40 a.m. and caught a 2.5-hour train where Dylan was the official flycatcher. Once we arrived in Knittelfeld, we got the official shuttle bus right here to the Red Bull Ring by 9 o'clock. There were already huge queues and we had to split into men and women for security screening. But to be honest, we went through pretty fast.
We're both starting the day off with a Red Bull.
Which is kind of suitable because we are in the Red Bull Ring.
Yeah, and these were €4.50 each.
Red Bull is from Austria.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't it?
Well, there we go. We have no idea where we're going right now. So this is one of the main grandstands here that we didn't set up, but those tickets were around like €450 for this Sunday, which is a lot more than what we paid. Okay.
So where are we now?
We are here. Yeah.
Yeah. And where are we allowed to stand?
Stehplatzbereich.
Stehplatz.
What does that mean?
Standing spot.
So that's where we're allowed to stand?
Hello.
Is it just one area for standing?
Yes.
Okay.
On the step?
Yes, here. This area is for standing.
Stehplatz.
Yeah.
So we walk around this way?
This way.
And is there like food and drink also there?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, got our first free thing. We got some sugar sweets.
Glucose tablets.
But also I just spotted here, look what there is here.
Oh, it's even like a fancy sun cream.
You can have a free sun cream because it's extremely hot
But
today.
not any sun cream, it's La Roche-Posay.
You got free water over here, and for cooling down you've got one of these fans. Wow, that's nice.
You cold now?
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Hat back on, I think. Just in case I lose Adriana today, I put an Apple AirTag in her pocket. Because there's so many people here. I don't think I would lose her though, wearing the green.
Yeah, there's not that many people wearing green. No. Everyone's wearing red, black or orange, pretty much.
There's not that much color differences here.
No.
That's interesting. You know, everyone used to be Red Bull and Ferrari, but I'm seeing a lot of McLaren these days.
I've seen a lot of McLaren, but McLaren is also killing it right now. This whole season, they've been smashing it. So
I mean, Norris is pole today, so I think I have to say I think he's going to win today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, he's a Brit.
Yeah.
So you got to support your own.
Yeah.
I can see a little bit.
We got a good view.
Yeah, it's actually, it's all right.
Even with the cheapest Formula One ticket, we still get access to pretty much everywhere in the fan zone that surrounds the whole track. There are exhibitions showcasing cars from famous movies such as James Bond and the Fast and the Furious, a stage with a DJ, Formula One simulators, even more Red Bull and Red Bull themed bars, plenty of food and drink stalls, a ton of shops to get your official merch, and even a bungee jump if you're feeling adventurous. Not to mention some very classic Austrian folk dancing.
This is where a lot of the money is made in F1, in merch.
Yeah.
Probably 90% of the people here are wearing a merch from one of the teams. This is our first F1, probably not our last, so we don't really have yet a team that we fully support,
No.
but we really should probably get one.
Yeah.
I am liking McLaren these days, so I'm leaning towards McLaren.
I think I've warmed up to McLaren
Yeah.
maybe a couple of years ago.
But you know who I did like back when? Was Renault. Especially when Daniel Ricciardo was racing for them.
To be honest, I just liked Haas because the guy that I know he wasn't potentially running it like super well, but he was just such a guy full of banter.
Yeah. And fun story, we were in Qatar about 3 months ago in the business class lounge, and as I was sat down, Adriana was gone to get a coffee. Who walks past me was Daniel Ricciardo, and I was like this. And then by the time I turned around, he was gone. I was going to go and say hello to him, and if I saw him again, I would have said hello to him, but he didn't come back. I was so gutted, and he didn't really believe me.
But it was also like 6 o'clock in the morning or something crazy. I was like, yeah, good thing you didn't bother him. He's probably just like minding his own business.
Yeah.
In like the business class lounge, like no one will bother me here.
He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, he probably would have been so
I would have loved to have met him properly.
Yeah. Well, there's still time. There's still opportunity.
He might be here. He might be here.
Maybe.
Watching.
Also, we just need to go back to Australia. We'll find him then.
True.
Please
This
scan.
is how budget our ticket is. We have to scan out of the park, walk completely around the place and back in.
Yeah. Today's video is sponsored by Level 8.
There's so many things that we love about our Level 8 suitcases, and we have a few of them now. We have some perfect for long trips and some perfect for short trips, like this one. Out of all of the Level 8 suitcases that we've got though, this one is so nice. We love this one.
Aside from just looking super fancy, there are so many features of this particular bag that I really, really like.
This suitcase is rock solid. It's made from aerospace grade aluminium. It's also got dual TSA locks and slow release handles.
And of course, it's got the classic 360-degree silent Level 8 wheels.
Right now, Level 8 is celebrating their brand anniversary with exclusive discount across their website. If you're looking for a durable and stylish suitcase, then click the link in the description box below. And don't forget to use our discount code for extra savings.
There used to be a way to sort of walk around. Now there isn't. You have to leave, scan your ticket to actually leave the area.
The ring, yeah.
Leave the ring, like go out, walk around. We see loads of people doing it right in front of us. And then you get to the standing point. But we've been told that there are some food and drink options there too. So theoretically, you shouldn't have to keep dashing between the two. Once you're in your area, perhaps you'd be able to stay.
To be honest, I kind of want to go and see where we're allowed to be watching, just in case it really fills up and we won't be able to see anything.
Yeah.
I don't want people to go there, put their, camping chairs and blankets down, and then we can't stand anywhere.
Yeah.
So let's go have a look.
We saw loads of people on the train with towels, with picnic blankets, with chairs. We didn't bring anything. We've just brought our human bodies, and that's it.
Yeah. So it's only 22:11 now. So
we've got a few hours.
I think this is the downside of this cheap ticket. We've been walking for at least 10 minutes from the entrance. We walked about half an hour. From the exit that we just walked out, probably another 10 minutes. We're still not.
Look.
Here, look all the buses.
There's so many buses lined up. We're just trying to walk in the shade because it's getting hotter and hotter. It's not midday yet. It's going to get 29 degrees.
But it said 29 degrees at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it's only 11 now.
It's a quarter to 11.
So hot.
It is really, really hot. I've got sweat marks that are building, and they're probably just going to keep getting worse. But we're trying to keep in the shade walking over there because it is a hot one.
Look, we have to walk like uphill now. You're going to be sweaty at the end of this. I was going to say at least the views.
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say at least it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, great minds.
Yeah. Oh, and now another giant queue to go in here.
As if we never entered in the first place. I bet you I have to go off to the right again and get searched separately.
Alright, that queue wasn't actually as long as the other one. That one took about 5-10 minutes. But this side is also extremely busy.
Yeah.
Wow, I really underestimated how many people were going to be here. We've got waters now. These were the same price basically as a Red Bull.
They were 30 cents less than a Red Bull, which is crazy. But I think you can refill them in like refill stations.
Yeah.
But just look at this patch of shade that people have found. It's like sardines in the shade.
Yeah, but this isn't even a place where you can see anything.
No.
They're just sitting in the shade.
Yeah.
It's actually quite interesting that people are deciding to sit here, sort of behind the grandstand. They can't even see anything, just so that they don't die in the heat.
Yeah.
People have paid really good money to sit in the grandstand, but I guess what you don't want to do is pass out from the heat before the actual main race has started, and that's not for another 3.5 hours. People are literally sat behind a bush just trying to get a shade.
It's smart, but at the same time it's kind of sad because, like you said, we paid really good money to get the standing spot. It is cheaper than the seating ones, of course, but at the same time it wasn't like cheap by any means compared to a lot of other things. So yeah, I think we're going to try to get the most out of it, but stay hydrated and hopefully we'll be okay.
I think we're getting to the place now where we're allowed to be. And I think we've reached the traffic jam. People are really pushing in. It doesn't look like there's much free space to stand, to be honest.
We're just going to have to go and hope the best.
I think anyone's trying to find any spot to walk through. Come on.
What, do you want me to go this way?
Yeah. Can you do it?
Yeah. I'm good. Thank you, my love.
Oh my god. Look, everyone's in like sardines here. I thought we were being early to this place. We are not even close to being early. Look at this.
This is insane. This mental.
Is what we've paid for, which is basically like free for all.
Yeah.
And it just goes down here, but it doesn't look like there's much place for us to be. Maybe we should have brought a blanket.
Yeah, so we could like get a patch behind these people in orange.
Yeah, but at least we don't need to sit down with a chair, so we've got a little bit more freedom.
Yeah.
But let's just keep going because the race isn't now.
No.
Wow, the view here is pretty cool though. Track goes that way and around and back.
Yeah. Because we flew here, we obviously couldn't bring a parasol. We're not going to buy a sort of a parasol or an umbrella just for today.
Everyone here has come prepared. They've got umbrellas, but they can't see anything. These umbrellas are blocking the whole track. We really don't know where to go. What would you do in this situation? Would you just stand somewhere and just wait? Whoa, that microphone is so loud. Yeah, would you just stand somewhere and just, not mind that you're blocking the people that are sat down? Or, wow, I really don't know what to do.
A little bit further up then.
Here
so you can
seems okay, but then can you see anything over these people?
If I sit down, no. If I stand, yes. If I sit down, no.
Yeah.
Getting full sky.
This is not good.
No, because everyone's got chairs that they're like higher.
Yeah. Those grandstand tickets over there look really good right now.
This is chaos. We're not quite sure where we're going to sit for the official race, and it's a bit too early to commit to a spot since we still got 3 hours to kill. So, what better way to spend some time than with a couple of pretzels, 2 beers, and some much needed shade to keep cool from the 29-degree heat.
I'm just full, mouth full of foam.
Cut.
So much foam.
Oh, these are the first cars we've actually seen today. These are the Porsche. You can see the Porsche go around the corner there.
Yeah, I see it.
Wow. This is a good view. With a beer, you can still see the corner.
It's quite a hack, isn't it?
Just before the real race starts, Red Bull put on an epic air show with parachuters, aeroplanes doing acrobatics, and helicopters doing things we didn't even know they could do. Even with our cheap tickets, we still get a good view of the sky. Let's see how the race goes.
There's 2 minutes until the race starts. We've decided to stay sort of where we were. It's kind of like you don't want to leave just in case you're not going to find another spot over there. But I think here, so you can see them coming from this way and around, and then you can also see them coming from that corner down that way. And then you can also kind of see them from there. So we've kind of got 4 spots here.
And there's a screen right there, and there's a smaller screen a little bit further away, but we can kind of see whatever information we need. So unless everyone in front of us stands up, I think we're golden.
I will say though, if you're thinking of coming to the Austrian GP anyway, definitely bring an umbrella, or bring a ton of water, or seek shade, or come later on in the day, because we've just been, like from about 11 o'clock, we've just been sitting around trying to find shade, trying to sit around.
Not to die.
Like we would never sit in the sun for this long.
No.
We obviously have got sun cream on, but you know, still, it's a long time to be in the sun.
Very hot. And they've just started. I'm ready with my, actually they match my outfit.
I think they're doing a warm-up lap.
Yeah, and it's gonna get loud.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pop these bad boys in.
It's not that they're loud, it's the frequencies, like, it's really high pitched.
Yeah.
So you might not think that it's super loud. Yes, it's loud, but it's not like deafening, but at those high frequencies.
It aches in your ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to put mine on now as well.
This is definitely the best spot we could have gotten today. It's absolutely epic seeing the cars fly by and accelerate out of the corner. One thing we would say though, when looking for a spot, is to make sure you can see a screen, because after a few laps, we're struggling to know which racer is who. If we ever go to another race, we try to get closer to a screen, because it does get a little bit repetitive watching from the same spot over and over. One thing that I will say though, is I'm so glad we wore earplugs, because these cars are so loud, you can't even hear what we're saying. After about 35 laps, a lot of Dutch fans are already leaving. Probably because Max Verstappen crashed out pretty early.
Idiots.
Still, I don't really understand why you would pay big money to be here just to leave halfway through the race. But after pretty much dominating the whole race, Lando Norris brings it in for Team McLaren. Okay, so let's break down the total cost for this trip. Our flight from London to Vienna was £320. An Airbnb in central Vienna for 2 nights was £126. The return ticket for the train from Vienna to Knittelfeld was £145. And finally, the 2 tickets for the Sunday only in the standing section were £230, which brings the total to £821 for us both, or £410.50 per person. Now, would we say that spending this much per person was worth it for just 1 day of racing? For a first-time experience, we definitely think it was worth it, just to dip our toes into the Formula 1. But there's a lot we would do differently next time. Let us know what you think in the comments, and if there's any other experiences we should try out next.
Wow, that's nice.